So in this video we're going to look at radioactive decay and some of the types of decay that we need to know about. So what does radioactive decay actually mean? Why do some atoms decay and not others? So now let's look at the key features of radioactive decay. So radioactive decay is basically a process that unstable atoms undergo where they basically decay from this unstable form and try to get down to stable forms by various pathways. And actually a normal decay process will take a lot of pathways as various things happen to it to try and get it down to a type of atom or an isotope of an element that's stable, or at least more stable. And from there, the more stable state, it will try to get even more stable. So, as I was saying, it only happens to atoms with unstable nuclei. So I've drawn a couple of examples of nuclei below. So this one here is helium isotope. In fact, they're both, as we can see, if we're going to call these blue spheres protons, as I've been using for my convention so far, and these red spheres as neutrons. That's just my convention. Then we see that this is going to be a helium isotope. Helium isotopes all have a proton number of 2. So Z for He is always 2, and then we know that we can have a varying nucleon number for that. So this is our atomic number, but our nucleon number can vary. So heliums, we know we're going to have 2 at the bottom there, in this bottom left. We see for the number of neutrons we've got 2 red spheres, we've got 2 neutrons. So our entire nucleon number, which is our protons plus our neutrons, is going to be 4. So that's how we write the standard isotope. This is a stable isotope of helium. This is the most common isotope of helium. This helium-4-2. We call this helium-4. And this is stable. So this won't decay. Nothing will happen to this. This will just sit there. This is not the kind of nucleus that undergoes radioactive decay. But now let's look at this one here. We've still got 2 protons, so we're still talking about helium. So we can write this out as before. But now for our top left thing, well, we've got these 4 neutrons now and 2 protons. So we can see we've got a nucleon number of 6. And it turns out this is very unstable. And this will decay very, very quickly. So we can see that what we've changed is we've added a couple of neutrons into this atom, this nucleus as opposed to this nucleus, but that's changed it from being very stable here to being very unstable here. And so we can see that radioactive decay is only something that happens to unstable nuclei. It's not something that happens to all nuclei kind of randomly, it happens to particular nuclei. But the key word I said there was random is that it definitely is a random process. It's just it only happens for particular types of nuclei. So if you're stable, nothing affects you at all, but if you're unstable, then what we see is that it's a random process, which means that you can't predict which specific atoms will decay when.
Hey guys, to continue watching this video and unlock hundreds of other super concise and exam board specific A-level physics videos, just click the Snap Revise smiley face. Join me today, and together let's make A-level physics a walk in the park.